この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here on Friday for Princess Chuchu episode 77. Last week we watched episode 66, and in episode 6 we met Paulamoni, a ballet actress, dancer, person, performer, part of the Eleki troupe, a traveling group who we only really met two of the characters of, but that's all we really needed, because one of them was Paulamoni, and she was the, I don't know what to call it, the bearer of the Heart Shard of Fear? I would say more that she was being scouted by the Heart Shard of Fear. She hadn't quite gotten the contract and gotten on the team yet, but was getting scouted by scouts, just looking over her shoulder, wondering if she's really good enough to be part of the team of evilness. Turns out she was, but she's shielded by someone better. The obvious and definite, now that I think about it, best boy of the show so far, Paolo. That boy, that boy, that boy. Best boy, super easy win for best boy, considering that the other options for best boy are evil sadistic demigod, broken sad boy, broken angry boy, and horny cat. Those are all the boys that we have. So I guess Paolo is best boy forever now. At least for now. For right now. I'm sure that Broken Sad Boy and Broken Angry Boy will change in our standings at some point, but I don't know. Regardless, this was a different episode. Last week's episode was a different episode than all the rest of them. I mean, that's sort of a truism, but it was very different in that our Heart Shard had not yet possessed a character, and Princess Chuchu did not draw it out from them. She didn't have a person to convince. She instead tried to convince a Heart Shard, and it didn't like that very much at all. It fucking pulled a sword and attacked her and is terrified of her. Obviously, it is the Shard of Fear, so that makes sense, but why is it so afraid? And why is it so afraid of her? And why, when the shard is given back, is he so utterly shaking, destroyed in terror of Princess Chuchu, our heroine? Wait a second, he's supposed to want her to do this thing and give him back all his emotions and stuff. Unless that's really not a good idea, and maybe we should have talked through some consent stuff first, maybe something like that, I don't know. What I do think is going to happen here is I think something's going to change. Because of the way that the previous episode went, because of the place that we have taken Ahiru at the beginning of this episode, she is in despair. The person that she cares about most or only in the world is someone who she now realizes is terrified of her, and she has no grounding or context to understand why. So Ahiru is in a rough spot right now, and she's gonna have to figure some shit out and make some real decisions for herself. Now, she's made some simplistic decisions about barreling forward and charging ahead into the darkness, even if you lack the certainty to understand what you're doing. But now she's gotten a little glimmer of light, and what she sees might not be something that she likes. She might want to turn around and go the other way. I doubt that she will, because story, but also tragedy, because make it as bad for everybody as possible is basically what Drosselmeyer said was his goal, which is a little fucked. But I expect something to shake up in this episode. I don't know what that will be. I think it'll probably still consist of the same kind of a framework where there's an individual side character who we introduce who has a heart shard and we deal with that shit. But I expect something different to occur. Whether that's Ahiru reveals herself as Choo-Choo to Muto or something, or Ahiru breaks down and we have a full break the cutie moment, or Fakir reveals his actual reasons for doing the things that he's doing so that we can get inside his head and understand why he's just doing all these things, and then maybe can convince Choo-Choo that hey, whoa, hold up, you're working at cross purposes to me and I understand what's going on here and you don't. Hold up, pause for a second and let's talk this through. It'll probably be more complicated than that, or less complicated than that, or it'll just be an episodic story and I'm on this train for no reason. But I feel like we hit a kind of a pivotal point in the previous episode. That revelation of fear from Muto toward Choo-Choo is just too crucial and too in the face of what she would have expected and wanted, So she's going to have to change, and that's exciting because I don't know how that's going to happen. In any case, I've got episode 7 of Princess Choo Choo up, and I think it's about time that we just turn our attention to it and watch this damn thing. So let's go ahead and do that. Episode's up, ready to go. 2 versions. Wait. It's probably the English, isn't it? It's always the English when I open it. I knew it. Okay, I've got the subs right, got the audio track right. Now we're good. I've got episode 7 of Princess Choo Choo up and ready to go. It is sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction video. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description. Time-based version will be up on YouTube. If you want to sync up your own copy with the timer-based version, you're totally welcome to do that. Just get your copy ready because the Beep Beep Tower to Catch Down will be coming at you right now. Okay. What kind of child? Which child? Which child is this? Tick-tock. Someone inside a clock? But that's reflections and weirdnesses. Curious and curious, time and time. Okay. 1 to 2, 2 to 4. Of course. Right, great, good. I wonder if that's like an episodic setup for a new character that we haven't met who's curious about things. But that could also work for Choo Choo, right? She's a child who solves mysteries and then there grow more mysteries. Okay. I'm just gonna let this OP lull me into fairy tale land. Hello, new thing. Oh my god. It's from his perspective. Or is it from her perspective, his perspective? Yeah. 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 Excuse me? The who? Crow? Like Raven? There's only one person that could be, isn't there? Jesus. Fuck off, Chihuahua-chan. Nope. Great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm watching you, Rue. And it was the only shitty one. Wait, what? Oh, okay. He's being very normal. Is he gonna... There we go. Okay. That, whoops. You should not have... Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, stepsisters. You actually did something useful for once. No. God, no. Rip. Yeah, good. Okay, they're the same. Looking out from clocks? What? Don't tell them. That's a part of it, for sure. Oh. The what? Nausea. The curious child from the story. Great. Yeah, why? Stop it. Stop it. Okay. I'm waiting for their faux evil to become genuine evil. I just don't trust them, I'm sorry. Like, that was nice and goofy faux evil. But... Quack. You gonna run into somebody? Oh. Oh. Yeah, not nozzle. Something having to do with being the crow princess? Maybe? Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Sure. Sure. I'm sorry, what? Wait. That was more than far from having loved him enough? Like, there's a threshold that she needs to? Hello, what is that? Oh, Jesus. Can we give him, like, a different shard to offset his fucking crazy-ass, fear now? Like, some bravery, maybe? Some courage? Nope, but then he... Oh, shit. I just spilled tea everywhere. You don't want Choo-Choo, dude. Wait, what? I thought you were afraid of Choo-Choo. But I don't want to forget. Implication of a padded cell, perhaps? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In the water? Down below? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Adel? Adel? Oh. Well, they would if it was a crisis of conscience. And then... Frozen. Time stops. Drosselmeyer arrives. Uh-oh. You have displeased God. Hi, buddy. I know. Yep. Explain. Why? He just caught himself. Because you're easy to manipulate and stupid. Because this is your duty. You're the only one who can do. Whoops. Uh, wait. Yeah, you have really. He can't influence the world. Poor bastard. Waiting at the pizza shop. Uh-oh. Oh. Is that true? Because it's not fear, you just don't have the words to express yourself. Okay. Straight. Okay, he doesn't actually know that. He's just repeating what he's heard from Fakir and Rue. Cool. I'll let Choo-Choo in the water. Right? But. Oh, hi, Adel. Ignored, you're just a bird now. Infinite possibilities. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Nope. No. 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 That's a drowning. No. 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 Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 No. Where's Choo Choo? Choo Choo? Go save that boy. He's falling to drown. Now you have to fight to get your gem back or transform on your own? No. What if the power's within her all along? Maybe. She's not gonna save him. The Raven Princess is. In a terrible battle. A duty. He doesn't know. He can't. No. That makes sense. It's curiosity. Perhaps the shard of curiosity? That would be very interesting if... one more time. Okay, so she still needs the gem. Ding. Not one more time, but many more times. Fuck you, Drosselmeyer. And this time she transforms directly from duck to Choo Choo. That's me. Yep, you gonna fight her away, Mr. Shard Boy? Wow. It's alright, dude. The prince doesn't want you. You don't have an answer to that question. Okay. That's actually the best answer you could possibly give for that question. Okay. He's just hanging out underwater, no worries. Yep, no worries. Nothing weird here. Totally normal. Nope. Well, that's not happening. Hear it from his own mouth that he wants you back. Barely. And the fear of being left alone, perhaps. Okay. Oh, dude, mixed messages. Stop it. That makes sense. Wait, this is dangerous territory. You can't talk about this. You'll burst into a shard of light and disappear and die. Oh my fuck, we have got a direct order from the man himself. That counts as consent. Curiosity. True. She stole the shard? What the fuck? Kuroha Kreru? Oh, she's awful. Why? Why? What? She lacks identity and was taken over by that, wasn't she? What the fuck? Hi, Fog here. Oh, he's back. A black feather, yeah. He knows. He knows, but he doesn't know? It was while she was asleep, wasn't it? Fuck you. Fuck you, Drosselmeyer. Still waiting. Okay, so Kurohan Krahe Kura. Yeah, okay. But she doesn't. Does she know? Is she aware? Is she self-aware? I don't think so. I think that's another entity. Or another self. Nope. Oh my god. I feel exactly like the opening lines that say that you know, there once upon a time there was a boy who wanted to I'll ask all these questions and the world was filled with wonder, but every one mystery he solved, two new mysteries would arise, and every two mysteries would solve four would arise, and every four mysteries that were solved, there would be countless mysteries. Yeah, that's me. That's me right now, because shitload of stuff just clarified and then turned into a prism of its own and refracted everything out into a bunch of different colors that don't make any fucking sense. What? What? Okay, things that I want to can just like chop off and don't have to care about in this episode. Cat doesn't matter. Just throw the cat away. The stepsisters. I'm just gonna ball up their joking like, ooh, there's spooky stuff in the river bridge stuff, and they throw that away. Um. Holy fuck. Can we just go through for all the Rue moments in this episode, please? Can that be the first goal of ours? Because I would like to do that. I think for an episode that is titled The Crow Princess and where we very clearly find out that that is Kuroha, Rue Kuroha, aka Princess something? Fucking what? Okay. I'm skipping this. We'll come back to all the choo-choo stuff as well. Like that's separate. We will get there. But I'm separating them because I need to separate them for my own brain space. All right. Rue is praised. Great. Ahiru is not. Great. And that's the only mention of Rue for this moment until a bit later. We show this thing. It's real creepy. It is spooky. And we move along. Okay. Skim. Yeah, so they spend a lot of time being creepy. And then Rue. Hi, Rue. Okay, so she's just staring off into the middle distance of the river, but we don't know what she's come here for. And of course, she mistakes it for the Riddle Bridge, but it's the Naze Bridge. Yeah. Even you have things you're not sure about? Hell yeah. She's not gonna answer those questions, though. That's why I came here, but I've changed my mind. I'm solid now. I've figured it all out. Okay, sure. I'm sure he'll come back soon. Why do you think so? Sorry, that was thoughtless. Just a feeling. Sorry, that was thoughtless. Okay. See you later. And then... God damn it, Chichu, you fucking idiot. By the way, you're aware that he doesn't have a heart, right? I'm sorry, how do you know that? But then she puts up the front that's like, of course I do. I know all these things. Do you think better if he had a heart after all? Glimmer, glimmer, immediate recognition. She just realized, didn't she, that Ahiru is Princess Choo-Choo. Like, she just put that together in her brain space, didn't she? I think so. Because immediately after this shot where we imply like linking of eye contact and immediate understanding, there's this shot that puts them directly at odds with one another. Like this is pre-fight framing here. And Rue is even posing as though she's ready to launch into ballet battle. Yeah. Uh-huh. It doesn't matter. I've always only had eyes for Muto. I don't believe that's true. That doesn't make sense. Wait, yes, it could. Yeah, it could, because if she is the Crow Princess, and the crow in turn is the raven from the book, which we would assume that it is, right? Like, it's the one black bird that we've got. Then it's totally possible that from her initiation as a character, she was a character who always loved Muto. It's quite possible. It's quite possible that that was the original story that Drosselmeyer was writing. That the evil raven had a daughter who was the princess and was in love with Muto, but also evil. And you can make that kind of a story work, especially if you're into tragedy and difficulty. I mean, it's Romeo and Juliet, right? Two houses at odds with one another, fighting against each other, figuring out a way forward. Great. It could have been Muto's duty to save her from her evil raven father, or from her evil raven self, potentially. So it's possible that this line actually is legitimately correct. I'm convinced that Rue is at least being embodied by, or like is at least like being possessed by the spirit of a character from the original Prince Rabe, right? Like that tracks, right? It has to. Okay, whether he has a heart or not, it won't change the fact that I love him. Also, just throwing this out there, why do you love him, Rue? Because you don't really have a reason to, unless it's, you know, like written into your character that you just do. And then there's this line. She is okay. I will tell you what this reads as to me. There we go. I'm still far from having loved him enough. This implies a fairy tale curse, right? In the same way that Sleeping Beauty cannot awaken unless kissed by a prince or something, right? Rue is broken somehow. If she loves someone enough, Muto or potentially anyone, honestly, it could be anyone. If she if she finds true love, right? Then maybe the curse is lifted and she is freed. I'm still far from having loved him enough, as though there's a threshold that she is desperate to reach. Like she'll free herself if she expresses the right kind of feelings toward Muto. Or something. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and then we get like, Ruchan says she loves Muto. I don't know if I would believe her. I'm just a bird, so something like that. And then we flash cut to Muto's dreams, which are spooky. Real bad. And himself getting, like, impaled? Or, yeah, like, impaled by all these rednesses. Ew. Maybe that's what it felt like to have his heart shattered that way. There was a big black being in it. Who was that? Yeah, don't let it bother you. You don't need to know anything. God damn it, fuck you. He does. At this point, he really does. Sort of. But man, one thing that this episode does really well is just express Muto in a place of absolute, like, traumatic PTSD fear. Which is pretty interesting. Also, just this particular shot, not so much most of the other ones, but this particular shot, the way that all the pillows are, it very much is like padded cell type vibes to me. I don't know. Also, lots of reflections throughout the course of this episode. There's this reflection, there's the reflection where Ahiru has her head on the desk and starts crying, and the tears become a puddle, and that even reflects. There's like reflections in the water and stuff. It's interesting. And then we have like the surface of the water as a thematic barrier or threshold through which characters cross to reach like an abyss where they have ideas and stuff. It's interesting. Okay, more reflections in the water, this time distorted. And we feel a shard, right? And then we cast that shit away. Oh my god, I want to skip this. I have to skip this. I want to skip this because this is other stuff that I want to talk about. The Drosselmeyer stuff in this episode is too important to leave be, to do in line with all the other stuff. I just want to skip to Rue. Rue things and only Rue things. Rue things only, Rue things only, Rue things only. Rue. Her, reddish, purplish reddish color is very much like the purplish reddish color that's used for the shards. Okay, regardless, there is no actual bird there, is there? This is instead a bird within her heart, right? Which she sees in, again, a reflection. Okay, they peace out, they bounce. Return it to my heart. Glimmer, glimmer. Her eyes are impassive. We can't read anything from them until she becomes that other individual. So then the eyes of the bird take over. Whoosh. Floosh. The entire weather pattern of the city changes completely. And immediately, we whooshy whoosh and grab that shit. And then from on high, she descends in perfect form. And everything about her is completely different. She has a new dress. It is a feathered black fucking crazy thing. It's pretty hot. Honestly, it's a cool dress. So she is embodying the black swan, right? But instead it's a raven, right? It might as well be the same thing. Yeah. Okay. And then what happens to her eyes? Because her eyes are deeply changed and dramatically changed. Yeah, full tsurime. God damn it. Also, I hate the makeup. I just hate the makeup. It's gross. It looks gross. But yeah, full, awful, flat-lidded, flat-topped, curved-bottomed Tsurime. That's kind of crazy. I mean, Rue always has hard eyes, you know? Like, her eye shape is always relatively harsh and blocky. But now it's become a lot more than that. It's become a lot more, like, mature, you might say, but that's not quite the term I'm looking for. If you look at the outside corner of her eye, this like hard, sharp angle that creates it, you can see that her whole eye is made up of these sharp angles, except for the inner curve in here, and even that is mostly just two line shapes, right? And while they come to a point, and they're therefore technically tsurime, they're different, right? They're different than that. When we get her new eyes, they're curved on the bottom, and then they become part of the makeup and the eyelash, and then they're highly flat topped, as though she's like half lidded all the time, which is very hard to do and actually look at anything. But as though she's like half lidded all the time, it makes her very very creepy, but also like mature and self confident looking, and cruel looking. Ugh. Oh, she also has... Does she have an ahoge type of thing as well? Yeah, she does. They're matched in that sense. She has this big, single feather-esque thing on her. Okay. And her whole attitude is... Her whole attitude is so fucky. I will not give you anything. I will not allow you to do anything. Like I am a force of just stopping you. And always in perfect form. Again, look at that, just the angularity of her eyes and her smile thing and her eyelashes and eyebrows. Ugh, awful. But perfect in its own way. Whoosh. Stay away from the prince. And then in this moment, as she's cackling happily, the real Rue appears for a moment. Maybe that's the question she really wanted to ask on that bridge, huh? Maybe. Okay. Regardless, Drosselmeyer is quite pleased with this situation. Yeah, Fakir finds the feather. This is good. And welcome, Rue. You are a part of the old man's plans. Very good, very good. A new seed of calamity. And to the duck who chose the path of suffering and tragedy. Bwah ha ha ha. Fuck you, Drosselmeyer. Okay, I think that brings us to... We need to focus on Choo-Choo stuff and Drosselmeyer stuff. Jesus, this opening sequence. It's hard to determine, like, this is how Ahiru is seeing Muto's fear toward Choo-Choo, right? And she's experiencing, oh god, that must be how he, like, saw me. Yeah. Yeah. This is like replaying an awkward flirtation attempt from 8th grade in the back of your head, and then realizing how much of an idiot you look like to the person you were talking to. Yeah, this is that. Except, you know, it's like you're causing them genuine pain and torment instead of, you know, that stuff. So, does this say what that says? I don't know if that's what this says. I would like to look. Translate. Oh, it's Blue Danube, which is the track that plays multiple times in the num 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 num. Yeah, it's Strauss's Blue Danube, isn't it? Dun dun dun. Yeah, okay. Cool. Just yep, okay, that makes sense. Poor Ahiru, all sad, all sad, all sad, all scared, all sad, okay. Why does that look so different? Hold up. Episode 1. Pretty darn sure that we had that townscape, almost exactly that one, in episode 1 when Choo-Choo is, like, running to school. Maybe it's episode 2. Oh. Feels different to me. Not sure why. Ah, because there's no mist over it. There's no misty layer. That's why. It felt more stark and dark, and kind of ominous, even. Like the tone of the school has changed. Okay, Roo stuff. Skip stuff. Dog, cat boy stuff. Yo, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Lilia and what's-her-face, the evil stepsisters, actually helped us out this time by just like, getting Ahiru to fucking bounce before she accidentally agrees to marry the cat boy. Good job. That's an actual homie move. Okay, nothing has changed with this thing. Clocks, though. Fucking weird, man. Clock portals and shit? What the fuck? Okay, anyway, skippy, the YY bridge. Nade bridge. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, we go. Very cute. Roo stuff, we can skip. Because then we get into our fright stuff. Right, and then our conversation with Dross. Okay. So, our character is in a point of great confusion and has not been given enough guidance to continue. So, for the first time in multiple episodes, our author decides to step into the world of the story himself and give what he might call guidance. Oh boy. Can we talk about how many times Drosselmeyer fucks up in his conversations with Ahiru, and how many times she just does not recognize the horrible things that are in the subtext of what he's saying, and he just catches himself and continues on like nothing has changed, and she just goes with it? Oh no, she wouldn't. How dare she? Indignation from our author god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god, this is bad. I need to step in and do something. No. Grinding his evil fucking nutcracker teeth like a nutcracker. A character in a story would never say they're going to end things at a spot like this. This is interesting to me for a couple of different reasons. One, this implies that Drosselmeyer doesn't have control over his creations, which is incredibly important and gives us the room for free will in these stories, which is incredibly important because, like, without it, Dross is just in control. With it, we can reject our fate, and we can accept our fate. We can choose. We can choose. But it also makes me a little bit less confident in Drosselmeyer's storytelling abilities. Because he's wrong. A character in a story would absolutely say they're going to end things at a spot like this. This is a classical story arc. It's a classical type of narrative. The character begins to doubt completely the motivations behind their own reasons, but behind their own actions. They've been told to do something by a higher power of some kind, whether that's authority or not, but coming to the conclusion that those actions are not good, or at least the motivations behind them are not good enough, and then either choosing to continue those actions or thwart the authority that has given them the orders, is exactly a solid story arc. It is a tale that occurs in stories. I can't think of one because I'm stupid, but it exists. So he's just wrong. And that's very curious to me. Regardless, onward we go. And he's just like airdropping himself into his clock area where he has his weird jester feather hat, his pocket watch, ever important, and then he hobble crackles away to this passageway of time once again. And it's old, so who knows how many times I'll be able to use it. He is limited in his ability to directly influence the world. Could he potentially get trapped in his own book if one of those passages broke down? I don't know. Regardless, we enter the moment, and frozen in time. What a cool way to demonstrate that, eh? Ding. Hello, I'm Drosselmeyer. And he is utterly and completely ominous. And then light flares and he's not there. And light flares again and he's within the shadows. Oh god, what the fuck? Stop it, Dross, dude. Oh, he is dead, though. Quite dead. And yet... Okay, I came all this way so that I could show you that to quit being Princess Chuchu is absolutely foolish. Okay, why? Now you have to go restore the prince's heart to him. Okay, why? But what I got back for him was just painful stuff. It sucks. Yes, good. Yes. Aha, great. I love that painful stuff. I mean, your core motivation, you still want to see the prince, right? Look over here, shiny things. Guy you're in love with. Ignore the pain that you're causing him. No. Delightful. Wait. You must go. You must do it. But it was bad. Yes, exactly. That's the point. Wait. Why did you give me the chance to be Princess Tutu? Oh, that's easy. Because it was gonna be fun. You're perfectly naive and easy to manipulate, and that's exactly what I need for your innocent character who gets torn apart by the difficulty of the world. Bwahaha. Fun? Oh, no. It's not that. It can't be that reason. It has to be that there's something that only you can do. That you have a duty to the world and to yourself and to the people that you love. It's your great burden to bear, and only you can do it. Anybody could do it. Fuck you, Drosselmeyer. You just chose somebody who was naive and easy and fun to destroy. I'm the only one? Yes. And then he lapses into like an authorial, like a theory discussion of why a story should play out the way that he thinks the story should play out, which is this. Yes, you're the only one. Because it's part of the dramatic narrative. You have to risk everything for the prince, but you can never be united with him. It's terrible and tragic and beautiful. Don't you understand? Little duck who I turned into a princess with magic powers? No, she doesn't understand. Oh, how cruel. Literally nobody wants your part in this play, because it sucks and you turn into a speck of light and vanish if you ever admit your love to somebody. Oh, yes, how convincing you've been, Drosselmeyer. Thanks. And then she's just like, yeah, true. Also, the prince hates me, and I hate it. And he just goes, yeah, that's the point, man. It's great. Don't you love this? Don't you love this torment that you're going through? I do. It's so much fun to watch. Please continue torturing yourself for my enjoyment, character Tutu. I love watching you in pain. Wah. And then, who will? And it doesn't work at all. Drosselmeyer doesn't understand people. He doesn't know how to. He knows characters and he doesn't have compassion for them. Yes, so delightful, your despair. Not watching, not understanding as she begins to cry and get worse and worse, and not realizing that he's compounding her pain. But he causes this. Oh no! Quack. Not good. I'll leave the rest to you. I suppose he means Adel, doesn't he? Or does he mean Rue? Another agent within the story, perhaps. It's hard to say, hard to know. Okay, dream was fierce. This is different. Creepy face in the water. Do not like the way that face thing in the water looks. It's really creepy. But we chat with it, and that works, and that's cool. And it's really great that shard is curiosity and the desire for knowledge, because, hey, asking questions is really important at this point in the story. Super duper important. And Adel. Okay, can we talk about Adel again? Because last week she talked about gems, and one of the gems was the author's convenience, and there were a bunch of other ones that were like heroism and other things. Okay, the gems bind worlds together, apparently. Like, mechanically. Would you like some gems? Your world is a bird, your world is a girl. The world within the story and the world of reality, the gem that links two worlds. And she has a large number of them, a large number of options. And Choo-Choo looks up at her, wide-eyed and hoping. A gem that will close yourself to it all? Quack? When you had finally linked them? And provides it all back to her. She is tempted, but she runs. So Adel just sits there impassive. No expression upon her face. No sense that she feels like spurned by this or anything. Very weird. Okay, come drown with me. Please come drown with me. No, don't do that. Okay, we see the prince underwater and now we have to go, but without our power, what can we do? I really hoped that in this moment we proved that Choo-Choo's power was her own and didn't need the thingy-majiggy to get it, but we didn't. She needs the thingy-majiggy. Okay, dreams again? The prince before, yes. Emotion in his eyes. There was something that I had to do. Huh, that's a familiar sentiment for a character from a book made by Drosselmeyer. I guess I kind of get the feeling that Drosselmeyer doesn't write the most deeply thought out characters. He just kind of slaps motivation onto them and is like, this is why you do what you do, because you have to. Cool. I wonder if this is just like an indictment of certain types of character writing. If so, it works. It works. Like, you can see Drosselmeyer in lots of different types of stories. See that kind of an influence of people who are just like, no, we just need to reach the goal. We just need to, our characters just need to get the end where they all die in a really sad way, and as long as the things that they do that in the right way, it doesn't really matter. I'll just saddle them all with author's convenience and motivations that don't make sense, and just like, off you go. And go on, characters, write yourselves. It hurts when I try to find out. Yeah, but you and I are opposite. But part of that is being the same. One more time. And of course, Drosselmeyer is quite pleased. He's won. This is victory for him. Oh, indeed. Not just once, but many more times. So she goes full duck to human transform, which I don't think we've ever seen before, which is pretty cool. Actually, I should say full duck to Choo-Choo transform, because she always does duck human Choo-Choo. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. This is a pretty gorgeous scene, how she creates this, like, this landscape under the ocean, under the sea, under the sea, under the sea. And we actually get to talk this shit out, finally, a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit, right? Holy macaroni, we get enough. And at this point, she explains herself completely, her reasons for wanting to do this, her genuine earnestness, and this particular shot serves as a parallel to the opening shots over here, where she's all scary evil, right? This is how she sees herself. Then we get to see the real her being the real way that she really is toward Muto, and the way that he really sees her in this moment as she is weeping for him, for the suffering that she is causing him because of trying to do the right thing. And so he approaches her. And in no uncertain terms, after emerging from the place and some Rue stuff, he expresses to her directly that he wants his fucking heart back. This will be the last time. I don't want that. Do not leave. Please. I understand just a little bit. Enough to know that I want you to stay. Interesting. But I bring you pain. Welcome to relationships, fam. Like, come on. Welcome to relationships, romantic or otherwise. People cause other people pain. It's tough to live with other people. It's tough to be around other people. But there's the outweighing side where usually there's a lot more to be gained from a relationship than pain, you know? Okay, I don't care. I can feel a small light coming to life in my heart. This is terribly dangerous territory. If she expresses love for him, she dies. Or she just, like, as a sentient entity, dies. And emotion in the eyes not dead, a specific direct request. Holy fucking shit. A request that, okay, reality-wise, he could not have made this request if he didn't already have the emotions that he has. So this in and of itself justifies the, on the face of them, terrible decisions that Princess Tutu has been making in the interest of following Drosselmeyer's orders and returning Mewtwo's heart to him. They are, individually, each episode up till this point, each of those decisions has been fucking terrible and, like, not a good idea. But the fact that they lead to this point, whether author's convenience or otherwise, sort of justifies them, just because he couldn't have expressed this if he didn't have the emotions that motivated him to. So I guess we kind of did the right thing? And it's only now that we realize that our internal turmoil is no longer the most crucial struggle of the story, that we immediately introduce, what does Drosselmeyer call it? A new seed of calamity, right? So up until this point, the primary conflict of Princess Tutu has been, does Princess Tutu know what she's doing and why? And, like, is she doing the right thing? Has been the primary question conflict. There's semi-conflict that we know isn't conflict with Fakir. There's semi-conflict that we know isn't conflict with Rue. And then there are the individual story episode conflicts where there's a heart chart and a problem, right? But the main conflict, the main driving question of the story is Princess Tutu doing the right thing? And the answer has been, well, she just keeps giving this dude all these painful emotions, which doesn't seem like a good idea, but we don't really know until this moment. And in this moment, we know he's got enough emotion in him, and it's not particular ones that would make it seem like easy mode for him, right? We didn't just give him back, like, joy and relaxation and kindness and, like, happiness and, like, contentedness and like, laughter, and we didn't just give him all the good shit, right? We gave him a bunch of bad shit, and he still wants the rest back, right? He's got enough human emotion to realize that he's lacking something and that he wants it desperately back. Whether it's a good thing overall, story-wise, for, like, ravens and hearts and swords and princes and things, I don't really know. On a personal level, however, Mewtwo wants this, and so our actions up till this point are justified, and for the future, we know we're on the side of probable moral good, sort of. Because Drosselmeyer, it kind of makes everything confusing. And so, now that we know that we're on the right track, or on the right side, or on the right path, we need a new antagonist. And boom! There is one, and it's fucking Rue, and all the buildup that's been going into, like, not really conflict, but building up Rue as a pretty interesting person with some weird shit going on behind the scenes, suddenly makes a bit of sense. And now she's our primary villain, maybe. Unless she's also being controlled by some kind of raven spirit that maybe wants her to do something that would free him? I don't really know. Something like that, maybe. We have talked before about the possibility that restoring heart shards to Mewtwo might lead to weird juju, given the magic that might have been used to seal the raven and cause less problems. If so, why would the Raven Princess from the Raven story come into this world as well? Maybe to free her pops? Just a thought. Okay. Restore my heart to me, and then Rue appears, and then she steals the heart shard, and I don't know what she's gonna do with it, but it's bad. And Drosselmeyer is quite happy about this circumstance. Jesus. Okay. What a doozy of an episode. Big changes on multiple fronts, and I've talked through them all, and so I'm gonna end here and stop blathering and wasting time. So, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Princess Tutu episode 7. Holy fuck. Actually, no, I haven't looked at staff and stuff. I liked this episode a lot. I want to look at staff and stuff. Let's do that. Princess Choo Choo, ANN. Episode 7. Written by Michiko Yokote, of course it was. Storyboard by Junichi Sato. No surprise, this one was the second episode that Junichi Sato, the series director, chose to storyboard and storyboard himself. Yeah. That makes good sense. Yeah, that makes good sense. Okay. And then directed by Yasushi Muroya. There's the first Yasushi Muroya episode that he has directed. What else have you done? Episode 12 of Flip Flappers, episode director. Okay, that kind of tracks. Some random episodes of Haikyuu, some random episodes of Gleipnir. He's relatively kind of, storyboard and episode director for episode 1 of Senki Zesho Sympho Gear. Whoa. Okay. Cool. Very cool. And a bunch of other little things that don't really mean much to me. Very cool. Doesn't really tell me much about this particular episode, but we will be seeing Yasushi Muroya's work in the future on this show for certain. Okay, cool. Nothing terribly surprising or even terribly interesting about the staff list stuff, except that Junichi Sato chose to storyboard this episode, which to me makes a lot of sense. I usually see series directors choosing to step in and storyboard particular episodes. They often will do the first episode, and then they will often do a pivotal episode in the middle of the season, or the finale, or it depends on the director and how much staff there is available and whatnot. But I see pretty often series directors trying to take a little bit more creative control over the first episode, which is, of course, the introduction of the audience to the world. And so having that creative control over every element of it is very important. Often on finales, because it's the finale, right? It's very crucial. But then episodes like this is episode 7, smack dab in the middle of the season, and a huge pivotal change has just occurred. It seems pretty clear to me that Junichi Sato wanted some control over that, and I think that's a smart idea. Good job. Okay, what the fuck is gonna happen next week? I have no idea, but I've got a week to think about it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Princess Tutu, episode 77. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week for more of Ahiru's adventures in horrifying land with evil Drossel God doing evil things, and Rue is now a villain. Cool. Peace.